kind of grown into a very popular sport to watch. I imagine it's primed to
Yep.
overthrow baseball as America's pastime within the next year or so if it keeps up with this
100%.
breakneck pace it's going at. And even as I'm recording this video right now, there is a live police chase happening with 109,000 viewers, with people in the chat going fucking hog wild like they're watching the Super Bowl. Now, I hope you don't mind if I do a little quick Dora the Explorer moment here, take a page out of her playbook. Can you guess where this police chase is happening? That's right, LA. While police chases aren't exclusive to LA, they have found their home there. There are more police chases in LA than there are in GTA 5. This fuck.
Wrong. There are more police chases in LA than there are in GTA 6, though, which is correlation and causation. GTA 6 is the main reason why police chases are happening in Los Angeles. GTA 5 is Los Angeles, though.
Fucking place breeds police chases. It has become like the #1 hobby people engage in there. I don't know if I've just been oblivious to how common this shit is, or if it's only been growing in popularity over the last few years, but I decided to look up some stats. And according to the most recent numbers I can find, in 2020, there are 2,200 police chases in LA alone for that year, which...
Yeah, recorded. On average, is about 6 chases per day. Most of these police chases never make it on the broadcast television, but some chases are watched by thousands.
Averages out to about 6 police chases per day. Now, I don't know if they were all streamed back then, but they are now. And thank heavens
yes,
for
they
that.
were.
I imagine...
So the thing is, Los Angeles is the perfect opportunity or perfect city for a police chase. Obviously, because there's a lot of poverty and there's a lot of income inequality, which creates a unique opportunity for crime. Obviously, that is that's part and parcel with how the entire universe works. Is like literally just one of the basic parts of how crime is married to the socioeconomic conditions people exist in. But the reason for why LA historically and uniquely has been a great place for police chases, a great city for police chases, is not because, it's Tinseltown, baby. It's Hollywood sugar tits. No, it's because it has low buildings and it's like usually sunny. And we have a lot of fucking helicopters that fly over for that reason. And you can get like perfect coverage for police chases in and of itself. Now, you can also do it in places like Texas. I just don't know why they don't do it in places like Texas, because Texas also hits those exact same markers. Murat said Texas cops aren't pussies. That's probably why. Is that why, Murat? He's joking, by the way, of course. Texas has tall buildings. Yeah, but Texas has a lot of space in between those tall buildings in the same way that LA does with respect to like the highways, the freeways. You know what I mean?
Imagine whoever pitched that idea right now is being hoisted up on the shoulders of all of these news channel execs right now and just celebrated, because this has become a huge source for viewership for them. The videos do extremely well in views, and the streams have massive viewership as well. So it's definitely generating big revenue for these channels, I would guess. And it's also become a source of unforgettable goofiness in a lot of cases.
A northbound turn onto Cortlandt Avenue. Another suspect jumping out, running for it. They're going to take him into custody in short order here, and the driver is continuing once again. So now 3 people have jumped out of this vehicle, and the driver continuing the pursuit.
Yeah, your eyes don't deceive you. This is a real human being, a living, breathing, sentient organism that actually tried the NPC strat, where he gets out of the car and pretends to just...
I mean, that's pretty good.
...just be a pedestrian. He actually went for some kind of Assassin's Creed tactic here to blend into the crowd.
I respect it.
But there was no crowd, and the police were right behind them, so they literally saw him leave the car. But god damn it was worth giving it a whirl.
Yeah,
and
what if it did work?
Think
about the content.
This was a police chase from last night. Not only is it clearly entertaining for moments like this, but I legitimately do think it's actually valuable in terms of education. To teach people to never end up in situations like this. Watching the madness unfold live, I actually do think would have some people second-guessing bad decisions. But to dive a bit deeper, the footage we just watched comes from ABC 7, who's kind of cemented themselves as the big boys on the block when it comes to police chase coverage. They're like the NFL red zone of police chases. They're always among the first on the scene, and the guy you heard doing the play-by-play commentary is like the John Madden here of casting police chases. His name's Chris. Dude's a fucking legend. He gets super hyped during these things as well and just lets out actual giddy excitement sometimes when broadcasting it. So
it's bothering me that he has this thing right in front of his camera. Like, it's like killing me a little bit. What the fuck's going on there?
It's a fantastic combo. They're a great team. I'm convinced Chris even lives in the helicopter that they broadcast from because he is always ready at the drop of a hat to follow a police chase around. But what I actually want to talk about isn't just, police chases and how entertaining they are to watch sometimes. It's actually to talk about something very different. Since I've watched quite a few police chases and have enjoyed the ones I've seen, people are under the impression that I like to watch them live as they're unfolding. I want to be on the front lines and catch all of the action as it's happening. So I'll have a lot of people come into my Twitch streams and start alerting me to the fact that another chase is going on, trying to get me to watch it. Kind of like
I think what he's about to say is correct. It does get really fucking annoying when I'm doing something else and people are like, dude, crime time, crime time, crime time. When it's like, there are going to be instances where I'm not going to fucking turn around and like literally cover the police chase. And it's not because like I have some ethical considerations towards it. I am pro-crime. I love crime in general. But it's mostly because it's a fucking nuisance. Like, trying to do some other shit.
like a fucking Amber Alert sounding like letting me know, Charles, police chase. Stop everything and watch it. It's go time. But here's the reality of it. I don't like watching police chases live. And the reason for that is very simple. Because the police chases I like to watch are the ones that don't end in tragedy with like someone dying or some shit. I watch the ones that have very silly endings or the whole thing is very goofy and no one ends up getting like...
I like the ones where they get away. That's my favorite. Like, especially if it's like not a super serious crime. I'm a fan of that. You gotta root. You gotta root for the underdog.
Like seriously injured or anything like that. I don't like the ones that end with someone dying or other people getting hurt. So I don't like watching those, and when you're watching a police chase live, anything can happen. For example, earlier this week there was a very popular police chase that people were watching, and towards the end of it, the suspect that was being pursued opened the driver's side door.
About the Rosie big dog? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
While they were still speeding and being chased, they jumped out of the vehicle and hit their head on the pavement, which killed him. So he hit his head on the pavement and then continued to ragdoll across the concrete, the asphalt.
I do hate the Papela emote. I do think that we should... Sometimes I do think about banning it.
And he died from the injuries. That is not a police chase that I would have enjoyed watching.
He doesn't roast you, in my opinion. No, he's just like indirectly mentioning me without mentioning my name because XQC is the one who like made a big deal out of it by saying like I should have been banned for it. And it happened literally a week after he brought it back into the forefront.
So that's just always the risk associated with watching something like that live.
I'm a news broadcaster. The crime aspect of it, the crime component of it is like for funsies in general. Charlie's absolutely right. This is genuinely a part of the and even XQC is right. It's legitimately a part of the risk associated with it. Because like sometimes inexplicable things could happen, which is why I, do it with a delay now. But also on top of that, I cover breaking news from time to time. And why would XQC want you to get banned instead of being relieved you avoided a ban? I don't know. That don't take up with me. Take it up with him. But yeah, there's no way to predict that a dude going 45 miles an hour is going to jump out of the fucking car, but it could possibly happen. It could possibly happen. We can also show the accident on stream. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But here's the thing. I usually, when it comes down to cops arriving with guns on scene, once the car is like stopped completely, will immediately push away. I won't show you that stuff. I've covered plenty of police chases. I usually won't show you that stuff because it's like I'm not interested in I'm not interested in showing you like even if it's not terms of service violations. Like, I'm not interested in showing you, just ridiculous violence for no fucking particular reason.
Which is why I don't do that. I wait until it's concluded and know for sure that all parties involved are okay. I don't like to take that kind of risk. Now, a lot of people have said, well, why don't you just, go back 2 or 3 minutes into the stream so that way you're on a delay. So if something like that does happen, you can just exit. It doesn't really make it any better, because then I'd still know that the person there dies from whatever happens towards the end, and that whole chase was leading up to a tragedy. That wouldn't feel good. There's nothing entertaining there. That shit just sucks at that point. So I just always like to make sure that any chase I watch is one that has resolved in a fashion where nobody's seriously injured or anything like that. And I wanted to explain that because this happens every single day now, since police chases are so common in LA, since I guess that place out there has turned into fucking Twisted Metal. I guess every single day you're on the road, you're taking the risk of getting
manufactured as drama. Charlie just drama baiting. They showed it on TV. Yeah, I mean, my man watches true crime on stream, but we can't watch live chases because they're morbid. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the same opinion on this as Charlie does, even though I do believe that, like, showing gross, awful shit live as it's happening is not a good practice. And for that reason, I try to the best of my ability, hide that sort of stuff when it's like police brutality that we're covering that isn't even like literally fucking happening in real time, but happened in the past. I have a different metric for that I think is even more strict than television is, Yeah, I don't like Black Trauma is a good example of this. Exactly. I mean, this is just his own preference. Will this be annoying in the near future? With like whenever there is something that I cover, for example, will people come in and be like, dude, you're doing it again. You're showing live shows. Probably. It's got like 2 million fucking views on it. But I who cares? I don't.
Getting fucking blasted by someone that's engaged in a high-speed police pursuit. So there's always these chases going on. So I'm always getting told this every single day, but I just don't like watching them live. It's that simple. And I wanted to explain that because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that or haven't heard me say that before, so I wanted to make it as clear as possible. I'd also like to take a minute to just send my best wishes to anyone who drives a car in LA. You're out there in like an actual fucking war zone, it seems, with people on these high-speed pursuits every goddamn day. At least 6 a day, so stay safe out there, and man, what a crazy.
Yeah, what's more dangerous is not the fucking daily car chases in Los Angeles. What's more dangerous is the fucking roads in LA, the potholes, man. It's so devastating. It's so dangerous that it's basically like a built-in spike strip always. You know what I mean?